Hello to the One Consciousness. Part in the background. I'll try my best to speak slowly and loudly. I decided to look at creativity, the sacral. So sometimes we use our creativity in various ways, and that creativity can become a connection, believe it or not. So with that being said, I decided that first I wanted to share that I did a video yesterday. So between the post and the videos, I'm just giving you guys an idea of the mosaic in me and what I might be considering in the future. Like I've done some teaching in the past, or my way of being authentic to my walk. And this right here, or this next opportunity or path, will entail those that are already on the path to light. So, in other words, if you have current heavy karma, this might not be the place for you, because where I'm shooting, people have healed to a point where they understand particular concepts. And again, it's going to be a learning environment. And so we're looking at aligned individuals specifically. That's just where I'm at. So I'm more so looking for aligned individuals than the amount of individuals. So in my case, I'm looking more so for quality versus quantity. With that being said, let's pick one of these and see what we got here. I am open to receive my abundance from the highest frequency. Okay, so it's so funny that that right there would be aligned with what I just mentioned as far as quality versus quantity. I've said this before, and a lot of times people might understand the concept, but when it comes down to practicing it, it can be, a little, how would you try to say? You can receive some type of tension or some tension from others, or some type of supposing restriction, because you're not really restricted. But with that being said, we have to learn how to accept our abundance. And sometimes accepting our abundance might entail letting dense things, people, and places go, and stepping forward into higher states of consciousness, which usually involves like a one consciousness ideal. That also includes Gaia. Because, again, we need her for energy. She's been the one that's been controlling a lot of the things that other people think they control. So our job really is just to try to maintain ourselves. And if we can create an environment where that's encouraged, I think that we can actually be happy and vibrate happy. And, we have to look at the mortality. So we are within God's essence. But we also understood before we got here that there's a mortality to it. And a lot of people don't like to look at that aspect of it. But life and death actually coincide. I learned this from Sanguru. So when you do breath work, even breathing in is like breathing in life, and breathing out, exhaling, is like death. When you come in, you kind of breathe in, and then when you leave this world, you breathe out. And we do that every day, some consciously, some unconsciously. So when we talk about abundance and accepting and receiving abundance from the universe, that entails us just understanding this dynamic. And in other words, everything is not all light and everything is not all dark. Okay? So when we receive our abundance, what we're saying to the universe is, I accept everything as is. I accept the journey that you took me through in order to progress in life. The universe always have a way of giving back to you in some form. So in everybody's case, that'll be different. It may be financial. It may be a reconnection of a lost love. It may be, so what I do and what I like for others to understand is that I recognize adversity and diversity, and I respect both. So when I speak about abundance, I think everyone has a gift, and that everyone can actually take the time and opportunity, if they're inside of a supportive environment, to even be able to identify it in the first place, okay? So again, we're talking abundance, okay, babies? Abundance, abundance, abundance. And we're talking about growth, okay? Thank you. Oh, by the way, so sometimes I've been putting up posts where I talked about frequencies for birds the other day. It was real brief and short. And so that's pretty much where I'm going. We're talking creative individuals, we're talking open minded individuals, even business minded. We're talking higher vibrations. We're talking those that want to produce change, that kind of thing. Sending love and light to all, though, because there's always a need for balance. Much love.